we just got a fresh and, more importantly, a massive update on what's happening with Steven Sharif and Ashes of Creation. And this is a good one, boys. Steven Sharif, after stealing literally tens of millions from investors, fans, supporters, and just consumers and buyers of his woeful scam, has now finally did his move. And this one, boys, is textbook. And needless to say, no one is supporting him, and everyone thinks this is a joke because this is a joke. Okay, so this is what's happening currently. Ashes of Creation lead Steve Sharif speaks out. Steve filed a lawsuit against Intrepid's new owner, TFE Game Holdings, and others. Yes, he's effectively trying to wrestle back the ownership of the company after this, and well, he's gonna have a bunch of stupid claims why he actually why everything that happened was illegitimate and whatnot. Obviously, all of this is complete bull. All his other claims that we're gonna go through are also pretty much bull. This is one simple playbook tactic, okay? It's a countersue. Countersues are in these situations just designed to annoy your opponents and hope that they will give up because it's just not worth it to pursue these types of legal actions when there's a countersue and everything else is happening. You see, Steven has already stolen literal millions. He's gonna lose all those millions in court, most likely. Pretty much 99% likely, if even 10% of what people are claiming about the situation is true. So, at this point, he has a very simple option. Countersue, waste everyone's time, lie, and make it absolutely impossible for them to live their lives like a good MLM owner would do. Or just sit back and wait until everything gets taken away from you. The first option gives the opportunity for him to at least keep a little bit of the stuff that he stole. The latter is just giving up and admitting defeat. And obviously, our boy Steven, after everything we know about the situation, about his absolute lack for any social decency, of being even remotely a decent human being. Obviously, we know he's not gonna go down without a fight. Oh my god. It's actually sad for the people who are trying to make this right, even a little bit. People who actually lost things here, because this guy is not gonna burn down the ship. He's gonna go and crash it into a ship next to him just out of pure spite. This is effectively what this all is. And these are the claims about this lawsuit, right? He claims they unlawfully took control, which is probably bull, like 99% bull, caused Steven health issues. And this is where reading this, I knew that he's just, okay, I'm not, even if I lose, I'm not gonna let you have any of this money. I'm burning the ship down and I'm taking the whole yacht club with me type of situation. Because saying that you have health issues of this is just such an absolute time waster, okay? Because it's one of the stupidest, lowest things you can do. This is literally pretty much the whole reason the Better Call Saul show exists, honestly. Robert Dawson alleged to have physically threatened Steve. And this one is hilarious because this one is actually true. If you have watched the NFSQS videos, by the way, there is this video that you have a little bit more information in it, but it's not really that not that great, so I'm summarizing this instead of watching it. But if you have watched his videos, he speaks with one of the investors, and that investor at one point actually did say, he has said and admitted to saying things like, I wanna hurt you, I wanna beat you up and whatnot. Now, granted, even though this is what people don't understand about lawsuits. You can make threats like this, but as long as everyone knows that they are not valid, it's fine. And in this case, by the way, obviously, after making these threats, nothing changed in their relationship, and nothing came of it. So these threats don't mean anything, even though they're technically 100% true. They don't mean anything. But it's just funny because this is just grasping at straws on the absolute highest level. Also, imagine how this goes in court. Stephen Sharif, did our client threaten you after you stole literally multiple tens of millions from him? Imagine that conversation. Absolute peak, boys. What can I honestly say? Stephen claims he was unable to speak due to these threats. Absolute lie. Dude, at this point, obviously, who the hell are even I think even Zyback TV made a video about Ashes of Creation and him leaving it. Now, admittedly, he said also, let's remember the good old times when Steven was just a potential fraud, not a pure fraud. Good stuff, good stuff. Some people do not deserve the same rights as us, boys. I'm just gonna put that one out there. Obviously, these are lawsuits, and do not mean any claims are true. In my opinion, Stevens' argument seems relatively weak. Dude, I'm not a lawyer, and I can say all of this is bullshit. Like, caused health issues. Oh my god, there's so many things that can cause health issues, and he needs to actually prove that health issues were caused, okay? And he can't say, oh, look at that, I once bought a sleeping pill bottle. Even if they were true, the situation surrounding the entire game was not as perpetuating. He was perpetuating. I thought that. Wait a minute, that word doesn't fit there. Even before Robert Dawson was involved. That is the guy you hear in a lot of videos, Nefas QS videos. He's talking to him and talking about him. So that's the thing, and it's hilarious because everyone knows this is bunk. Everyone knows that this guy stole. Like, look at these comments. He lied about funding the game himself from day one. I added the day one. He and his partner took money from the company to pay for their mansion. He diluted his shares, took multiple loans. The guy is a crook and will lie till the end. Absolutely 100% agree. Okay, listen. The only way that you can believe that Steven is innocent if your name is Zyback TV, okay? That's the only way you can believe that Steven is innocent. Anything else, you're just probably on a lot of things. From the moment he said I have excuse me. From the moment he said I have fully funded the game, and proceeded with hundreds of dollars for a beta key. That's where I left. That's where it left me with a bad taste. You pay the developers to beta test the game. I know some companies do it, but the amount they ask for will amount. True. Again, the fact that a fully funded game beta keys were at $1,500 is insane. Absolute insanity for a fully funded project. He's enjoying his mansion. He scammed millions to obtain. Yes, the mansion that the banks were gonna take away from him that he didn't own. Then he took Ashes of Creation money and bought the mansion, and then he just took the mansion for his own name, which is hilarious. So he's losing this mansion, by the way. His family also is involved, and is probably gonna get absolutely clapped because we do not know a lot of these suits, but obviously a lot of these people suing Steven are gonna also sue his family most likely. Because if you don't sue the family, you cannot get the money back. For example, his mom, which literally gained millions from being a consultant or some shit like that. Absolutely disgusting. Load this dude swindle people very close to him and out of millions of dollars. Yes. Listen, there's one thing being a thief. There's one thing being a scammer. But it's a completely different thing when you scam and steal from people close to you. If you do that, you can never trust a person like that because it's only a matter of time until they get you. Not to mention the multi millions he and his husband took from wealthy investors. He's trying to save face at this point. The mindset of an MLM scammer. Yes, He's trying to save face. He's literally just saying, "Oh no, guys, I'm actually innocent. Trust me, bro. Wait until I prove everyone right." We have seen this situation many of times. In any case, it's at least nice to see that no one except Zyback, probably, and maybe he even has lost interest at this point. Maybe even he thinks Steven is not a good guy any longer. Man, that's sad. But no one trusts this guy. Everyone knows that this is absolute gunk. He's not coming out on top. I want to see in the future, a couple of years, to see how all of this ends, because Steven should lose everything. Now, granted, the thing with people like Steven is they're like cockroaches. They're weeds. Even if they completely destroy Steven, he's gonna declare bankruptcy, and after 2 or 3 years, or however long bankruptcy takes to forgive loans, he's gonna be back. He's gonna be back, boys. And I wonder with what he is gonna be back. That's the real question here, honestly. After Steven gets eviscerated, what will he do to get back? In any case, thanks for watching. Bye.